Hello and welcome to Blue Army TV. I'm sitting here at Carlisle, drawn 0-0 away from home at Colchester in what is an incredibly nothing game of football. Look, people are going to be very negative about this game, and there is some reason to do that. But I think in the form we're in, away from home, a clean sheet and a point away from home it's not the end of the world, is it? I think it's we certainly played some nice stuff in the first half. I think we weren't as strict with the flaying out from the back. In fact, we completely abandoned it altogether in the second half, which, it is definitely something I would have advised, and I have said in the weeks prior that, this playing out from the back, or this insistence on not having a plan B, is going to be the end of us. However, instead of having a plan B today, it just looked like we completely abandoned plan A without a plan B. We stopped trying to play out from the back, so we just stopped trying to do anything entirely and just defended for our lives for the last half an hour of that game. And if it wasn't for some heroic saves from Harry Lewis, we probably would have got beat. Harry Lewis is one that I want to mention as well. He's probably the most improved player since Mike Williamson came in. I don't think he's made too many errors. I want a keeper that comes out and, commands his box, comes and claims every cross that comes in, is really, off his line, commanding goalkeeper, loud goalkeeper. And I don't think that's what Harry Lewis is. But I do think he's exactly what Mike Williamson wants him to be, which is probably more important than being what some lad with a YouTube channel wants him to be. Because look, he's got some decent passing ability, and he's that kind of keeper to play out from the back, and I think he has done well under Mike Williamson. And I don't know whether it's the goalkeeper coach has obviously left quite recently, and I don't know if it's a different way of training him or a different way of how we're deploying our goalkeepers, because look, goalkeepers have been a problem for as long as Paul Simpson has been in charge, and hopefully that's going to change with some kind of playing differently under a new manager. But I thought I'd mention it because I've definitely given him a lot of sticks, so when the time comes to praise him, I'll be first in line. I think when he deserves praise, he's certainly going to get it, and he deserves it, because he was our man of the match today, and without him, we'd have probably got beat. As for the rest of the team, I think, in the first half, we played some nice football. We probably should have had a goal at one point very early on with a chance given to Charlie White, I think it was. So really, we should have scored. And if we score that chance, we go 1-0 up and we manage to defend the way we did, and we come away with a 1-0 win. It's a fantastic win away from home. But a point keeps us out of the relegation zone, which, for now, till we can pick up a bit of form, is probably all that we can hope for. Especially with the two teams below us playing each other, so, somewhere or another there was going to be some points dished out below us in the table. But look, I know a lot of people would have wanted to win today, especially with the expectations that were given at the start of the season that we need to go and get promoted, but in the position we're in, where we're, like I said last week, until I'm proved otherwise, I will assume we're in a relegation battle. And we've got some now kind of easier games coming up. Wimbledon aren't an easy team to beat by any stretch. They're next. But look, we've played Gillingham, we've played Barrow and beat them. We've played a lot of the top teams. MK Dons, some could say, are going to be there. We played them while they had Mike Williamson. We've got a lot of tough games out of the way, and we're now coming into a slightly easier run that hopefully we can pull away from them relegation places, because that needs to be priority number one, staying in the division. But some worries from today. No Jordan Jones in the squad. I don't know what that is. Aaron Hayden's still not in the squad. I thought it was a cut to the head that kept him out, but he's been out a while now, and I'm a little bit concerned with him because I'm not sure anyone really knows why he's gone. Sam Lavelle looked like he had a bit of an injury at the end of the match, which now would leave us our only free centre-backs, and at the minute we're playing with free centre-backs, would be Ben Barkley, John Mellish, and Terrell Thomas, and with Thomas's injury record this season alone, having them free and trying to play with a back three with only 3 centre backs available, with one of them kind of touch and go in Terrell Thomas with the injury record he's had, it's not a great position to be in. Robinson is back. He played at left back today. He's an interesting one because I think he has played centre back before. Maybe he'll be deployed in that role. Same with Jack Ellis, he can play in that role as well. Wasn't in the squad, I don't think. Taylor Charter's coming back from injury before long as well. There's a lot of injury news. Anyways, I think we've got nearly a full 11 out injured now, which is I'm sick. I'm sick of saying that. It just comes down to recruitment at the end of the day. You look at some of the players we've signed, and we've signed them knowing that they have a dodgy injury record. Georgie Kelly, the one that comes to mind. But yeah, I'm trying to find things to talk about because Colchester was just such a boring, dull game with not really much excitement that I'm struggling to find things to talk about. But I think in conclusion, we haven't got beat. It's our first draw of the season. We've kept a clean sheet. Harry Lewis is looking better. And if we can start winning our home matches, you take a point away from home, don't you? You do take a point away from home, especially in the situation we're in. So yeah, some positives, a lot of negatives, but hopefully a step in the right direction. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and in a bit.